Hi, this is Susie from Pink Diamond Guide, and we're zipping around the zodiac, and we are back where we started with the sign of Cancer. So let's have a look at what's shifted and changed from the aspect of Cancer. Now, if you have Cancer prominent in your chart, this well may be relevant for you. So whether it's your sun sign or whether it features in other aspects of your chart, there might be something in it for you. Now, I move pretty quickly through these readings, having a look at the aspects of health, wealth, and relationship from the aspect of Cancer and how these current energies are playing out. Righto, let's not muck around and get into it. Health, wealth, and relationships. What have we got? Aww. Righto. So what have we got in the, let's get some clarifiers. Spirit, we want to look at the aspect of Cancer and with regard to health, wealth, and relationships. Are they upside down? Oh, they're upside down. Health, wealth, and relationships. What have we got, universe? Give us a message. Clarify health, wealth, and relationships for the aspect of Cancer. It is upside down. Health, wealth, let's do it. Wealth and relationships. What have we got? I'm going to go right way up. I don't want to read reversals in these. We want a quick zip around the energy to see what's playing out there. So, I'm going to have to go through that deck and sort them out. Righto. From your health perspective, feels like you might be losing a bit of a battle here and not quite sure how to get things back on track. You've got a bunch of options. Perhaps you have been going, I'm not quite sure what it is that I need to eat differently. I'm not sure if exercise is going to serve me. I'm not sure if I'm not sleeping enough. Perhaps you're dancing around a bunch of different options and you can't quite settle on what it is that you need to do to move your health and well-being in the right direction. I get the feeling there's, like the fact that the Five of Swords here is like there's a lot of overthinking going on, and you may have, already shut down a couple of options that aren't serving you because essentially you feel victorious. But I want to believe this is after, or I want to suggest this is after some big conversations that you seek out information or you seek out some advice. Do you not listen very well at times, Cancer? Are you just thinking that you know best and that the options that are in front of you that you go, I'll just figure it out? Feels to me that you are going to be victorious, but it might come at a bit of a cost. Maybe someone's really trying to help you and you just don't want to listen to them. Maybe someone's got some great advice and you're just going to shoot them down. There's something playing out. Maybe you've got your pincers out a little bit this time, Cancer, in going, as you weigh up your options, do you think you know best? And maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe you know how to slice these options out and be victorious, but just be careful that you don't end up with a little bit of collateral damage on your way. If this is regarding your mental health in particular or your emotional health, sometimes people just want to be there to support you. Like not everything has to be a massive ordeal all the time, Cancer. And I'm not trying to say that to be derogatory, but under these current energies, like we all know, Cancers love to swim in their emotions, and there's some big energies at play that can push you into a space where your health could take a bit of a hit, and people might be trying to give you advice all over the place on how to manage it. Here I am as well saying, here, Cancer, here's some more advice. I want to say, don't shoot the messenger in this regard. And as you filter out the options that are in front of you with your health and well-being, maybe this time you don't know it all, and that some advice might be really handy. What's going on with your finances and your wealth sector? It's not just money, right? So money's not the only thing. It could be a feeling of wanting to be stable, of perhaps you're really fighting hard to know what what your home life is all about. I get this feeling here though that you might be chasing after money on some pursuit, or feel like you can't quite get a grip of the process of what the next chapter of your finances looks like, and you might be feeling locked out of your next opportunity financially. This is, it is a big energy to have come in. But what I want to say to you, Cancer, is that understanding that money is not the bad guy. Like we do, and I talk about this a lot, we are coded since when we are little to have an unhealthy relationship with the ideal of money. But if you can get into the idea that money is just frequency, is money coming to the table and you're dismissing it, right? And you go, is your belief is that money is hard to come by, or that money is hard to hold on to, money is hard to save. It feels like there's a core belief here that is, if this is you and money sitting at the table, are you looking at it like it's the devil? Now, hear this out. Like, let's get to the baseline of this, because all of us go, no, I want money. I want money to be here. I want to be stable financially. But what happens? What is the dialogue that's running on autopilot unchecked? Like, if money came to breakfast every morning, and also with your bills, all of this is just energy, right? And the bills are all there, and you're cranky at the bills, and I've got to pay these bills. Why are you never good enough? Why is there never enough money to cover everything I need? And there's a level of aggression around that, and you're telling the universe that there's never enough, right? Or let's just say that something's happened with the car, right? Something's gone wrong with the car over there. And your first thing you do is look at money sitting across from you, and you put, now I'm going to have to lean in and spend money, and there's a negative feeling towards it. But we can change the way we look at money, or how it sits at the table with us, and know that it is one of the most creative energies on the planet. You can completely rephrase the way you welcome money to the table. Oh, the car's broken down. Money is the creative force that will get my car working again. Money will be here when I need it, to pay the mechanic, to get the job running. Money is just an energy that flows from one to the other and goes through a transmutation process, the same as energy does. But if you're going to sit at the table with it, and anytime anything happens that is affecting your finances, and you're going to growl at it, going, oh, I've got to spend money on this, oh, I've got to spend money on that. If you argue with your partner over money, if memories exist in your household that your parents were always fighting over money, if you've been ripped off with people over money, what is your attitude towards the energy of money? When you sit down, if you imagine that it was a guest at your breakfast table, what kind of a reception would it get? You want it to be there. But imagine money was like a partner or a person. And if you ran the dialogue about money that you ran on the guest at your breakfast table, would that person continue to show up at the table? Or would they feel like every time I sit down, this person's got a beef with me, right? This is how we're coded since we're very little to hold ideals around money. And this is something that looks like it's being pushed up for a change for you, Cancer, is to not hold money ransom to your coding, to refresh your views around money and allow it to be an energy that flows, and not an energy that keeps you as a prisoner, chained to your job, chained to the constant chase of money. Let money flow. Welcome it to the table. It's more than happy to sit there. Money loves structure, and it loves to be welcomed in. So perhaps there might be a bit of a block between you and the coding. This is why I say the coding, because the devil is here, which you might be seeing it as you want it, right? Let's face it, it's part of life and living that, the way that we're living sets us up to want money to visit, so we can create the next chapter, the next thing that we want to do. Money's an incredibly creative force. I don't diss it one little bit. I do diss the attitudes that we have around it and the way that it makes us behave. The devil, right? Okay, so what we've got playing out, here's a really interesting energy. the Knight of Cups and the the Seven of Wands. So look, somebody in your life might be making a really, really genuine offer towards you, but it feels like to me right now you've got a bit of a stance against them playing out, right? You might be, little things might be triggering you, and you might be feeling like you want to push people away on the romantic front. I would suggest that you want to offer, make a genuine offer and receive a really genuine offer. But what is all this deep-seated fear that you've got playing out that you feel like you want to be defensive? Now, I know, Cancer, what we've got going through right now, we've got 5 planets in retrograde, and then we've got Chiron in retrograde, and we're about to go into Mercury into retrograde. And when you are as sensitive as a creature as a Cancer can be, the way that this lights up our darker energies and gets us swimming in our feels so deeply can put us in a really defensive state. I do not see this, I'm not dissing you in any way, shape or form, that you've gone into your shell and you're feeling a little defensive. You may even have your pincers out, but what I want to say to you is don't let your natural defensive energy stop you from receiving a really genuine offer of love. There's a really genuine cup of love coming your way, and if you're not careful, your defenses will hold you out from that. Okay, we have a divine love code. You see, look, this is what I'm talking about. Union comes in as a divine love oracle. So here is the ideal that you've got a really genuine love offer on the table. And I can even say to you that this is kind of what this card's about as well. Do you want to be in union with your finances? Do you want to welcome this energy to your table? Do you want to be in union with your health and well-being? It feels like you want to fight with it just a little bit. So it's like you've got some big defensive energy, but the universe is asking you to sit in some really balanced energy and welcome the energies of positive health, wealth, and love into your life. It's time to settle into a balanced state where you're able to receive the good and the bad and everything that life's got to give. Oh, look, the next oracle card, you are rare and free. Have you been feeling less than lately? Have you been feeling, look how, like, this is a really pretty image, right? And what I want to say to you is that Cancers, you have a beautiful soul. You emit a really beautiful energy. And there's, you often have an ability to tap into higher levels of energy as well. You are rare and free and beautiful. And this prison, if there's a prison imposed upon you, I'm going to suggest it's self-imposed. Spirit is trying to suggest that right now is the time to shed any limiting beliefs, and this is the big word I want to get around you, is you have a series of limiting beliefs, health, wealth, and relationships that suggest that you don't want to move into a happy, aligned phase of your life. Why? What's holding you back? Jupiter Chiron retrograde will reveal all these shadow energies as to why the push for you is for union or alignment, and to understand that you are rare and free. And I want to say beautiful. Cancer, you're beautiful. Oh, look, focus on success, right? Focus on success. I think it can be like when we get into these big retrograde energies, and they're about getting us to move and learn and grow in like really significant ways. It can be when you're a water sign and you're used to swimming in the depths of these kinds of emotions, it can easily get you bogged down in them and get you feeling defensive to the point that sometimes you even want to drown. But the messages that are coming through for you are absolutely stunning, Cancer. Union, aligning yourself with the positive changes that are moving your way. You are rare and free. There are not many like you. Let's focus on success. Let's focus in on what it is to be beautiful, you, Cancer. What's our 65 days message for you? Give a gift. And this is you, Cancer. You are quite giving. Naturally, you're nurturing and you are able to offer. So I go, why does it feel like you're suffering in this space, or feeling like you're locked out of some level of abundance? What is this misalignment that's playing out with you and the creative force that is your money. What is it that you don't want to give of your heart and soul? What is it that you don't want to give of conversation, that you'd rather stay stuck in your own thoughts and filtering? Anyway, let's have a read and see what this is all about. Developing a balanced energy of give and take serves to promote unity with the divine, as the universe creates from a neutral space and mirrors your behavior. If you are willing to give and take in unison, the universe will respond in kind. Surprise someone with an unexpected gift just before you can, and let their moment of joy fill your heart. Kind of picking that up around this guy, right? Mr. Valentine's Day. He's the kind of guy who would show up on your door with maybe he's written a sonnet or painted a work of art, and he's done it just for you to make you happy. And like, what's happening around you, Cancer, now? Maybe you feel like you can't give and take. Maybe you feel like you just need to be a little bit insular right now. You're a little bit defensive in your shell. And the advice from Spirit is the way to move you out of this feeling of feeling like you can't give, or feeling like you've been locked out of any sort of abundance, is to actually deliberately put yourself into a place where you can give. Start with something small. Give a small gift. Maybe you've got some flowers in your garden and you pick one and you give it to someone you care about. Something small to start shifting that energy from being one of feeling like you can't give to telling the universe that you can, and that you want to give and take in equal measure. Course corrections are coming up over the next few weeks that go, if you start to move yourself way off course, which is kind of what these energies are, course corrections are going to come along to put you back on track. Fear not, Cancer. You are rare and free, and you are beautiful, and the universe wants to bring you into beautiful, balanced alignment. Righto, that's your message for today, Cancer. I hope there was a little bit in it that was a bit of a tough read on you, Cancer, wasn't it? There was a few sort of pointed lessons in the process. Hopefully it served you. It was a quick gloss over what's going on in the energy right now. And till we see you next time, in faith, hope and love, it's bye from me for now.